Relative velocity practice. Directions say in each scenario, describe the relative motion of the given objects. So be sure the complete sentence answers. The complete sentence answers is the key here. All right. What you are seeing here, we have a tree, we have a jogger, we have a sunbather, and we have a floater. That guy is floating in a river. Okay. So that's supposed to kind of be a river there. All right. He's floating down the river. Okay. Floating feet first. So the jogger and the tree. So we're talking about relative velocity. It's asking you if over time those objects are going to be moving closer together, further apart, or staying the same distance from each other. So the jogger and the tree, as time passes, are they going to be closer together, further apart, or staying staying the same distance from each other?
Further.
They're going to be moving further and further apart, okay? So the tree's right here, and the jogger's going to move here, and those 2 points are going to be further and further apart, okay? So that means they're moving relative to each other. Now, it doesn't matter how you say it. You can say it that the jogger is moving relative to the tree. All right? And from our frame of reference, looking at it like this, that is true. The jogger is moving relative to the tree. But if the tree is your perspective, all right? Or if the jogger is your perspective. So that's from the tree's perspective. If we go from the jogger's perspective, okay? If you were to attach a camera onto the jogger, okay, and not know that the jogger is actually moving relative to the ground, and all you see is a tree going by, okay, then you would say that the tree is moving relative to the jogger, which sounds weird because we know that trees don't just get up and move. But we can say that. We can say it either way. The jogger is moving relative to the tree, or the tree is moving relative to the jogger. Both are true and accurate. Okay? Now, for each one of these, you only have to give me one sentence telling me whether they are moving relative to each other or not. Okay? So the jogger and the sunbather, are they moving relative to each other?
Yes.
All right? Yes. The jogger is going to get closer and closer and closer and closer and closer. So they are moving relative to each other. So the jogger is moving relative to the sunbather. Okay. The jogger and the floater, are they moving relative to each other? Okay. So over time, are they still going to be in the same position, or is one of them going to be moving? The floater is moving that way, right? So over time, are they still going to be the same distance apart? No. So that means that they are moving relative to each other. So I'm going to say the, jogger and floater. Jogger and floater. Doesn't matter. One's moving this way, one's moving that way. They're moving opposite directions. Just he's moving much faster. Okay? So the jogger is moving relative to the floater. All right? Floater and sunbather, are they moving relative to each other?
No. Yes.
Yes, very, very slowly, but yes, the floater is gradually moving away. So I'm going to say the sunbather, it doesn't matter which one you say, the sunbather is moving relative to the floater. All right? How about the floater and the river? All right. No. The floater is not moving relative to the river. He is on the river. Okay? And so as the river moves, he moves. So they're moving together. If they're moving together, they are not moving relative to each other. Cool? All right. The floater and the tree. Floater and the tree, are they moving relative to each other? Write the sentence. Tree is moving relative to the floater. All right. Sunbather and river, are they moving relative to each other? The water is moving past, so yes. Okay? So the sunbather and the river. The river is moving relative to the sunbather. All right, sunbather and tree. The sunbather and the tree. Are they moving relative to each other? No, they are not. So the sunbather is not moving relative to the tree. Cool? Backside. All right. So this is like an action scene out of a movie. So like Mission Impossible or James Bond, okay? So they're filming an action scene. Both the train and the motorcycle are moving north. So here we go. We've got north. All right? The helicopter, he's moving south. The stuntman is standing on the train, and while the cameraman films on the ground, and the passenger sitting inside the train watches everything happening through the window. Okay? Can you all kind of picture this scene? I think I've seen this in a movie before. I just can't remember what movie, but I swear I've seen this before. Okay. So here we go. Helicopter and motorcycle. Are they moving relative to each other? Absolutely. And they're moving very quickly towards each other. Okay? So helicopter is moving relative to the motorcycle. Or you can say it the other way around. The motorcycle's moving relative to the helicopter. All right, helicopter and cameraman. Are they moving relative to each other? Absolutely. All right, so I'm going to say the cameraman is moving relative to the helicopter. All right, stuntman and passenger. Are they moving relative to each other? No, they're not, because the train's moving, but they're going to both move with the train. Okay? So stuntman and passenger. Stuntman is not moving relative to the passenger. All right? Cameraman and train. Are they moving relative to each other? Yes. The cameraman, in our frame of reference, the cameraman stationary and the train is moving forward. Okay? So, we can say the cameraman is moving relative to the train. Or we can say the train is moving relative to the cameraman, whatever. All right. Motorcycle and train. Well, I gotta wait till they call you out, sweetie.
The security guard told me.
Oh. Okay. Bye. Motorcycle and train. So, train, motorcycle. To clarify, the wheels on that motorcycle are spinning. So is he moving relative to the train? Yes, he is. Okay? So imagine, okay, so the marker, make the marker a train, okay? If we stop the train, the motorcycle's wheels are spinning, he's moving along the top of the train, right? So, train's moving, he's moving along the top of the train, he eventually will get to the front of the train. So he is moving relative to the train. They may be moving the same direction, but he is moving relative to the train. Cool? All right. So, train is moving relative to the motorcycle. Okay? Stuntman and cameraman? Cameraman, stuntman. Are they moving relative to each other?
Yes.
Yes, they are. Give me a full sentence. Explain it. Motorcycle and passenger. Motorcycle, passenger. Are they moving relative to each other?
Yes.
Yes. So, don't write yes, write the full sentence, complete sentence. How about passenger and helicopter? Are they moving relative to each other?
Yes.
Yes. Okay? So give me those complete sentences. Who's moving relative to who? All right? And that is the homework. Be sure to glue it in on the correct page.